whether it's your life or a game, you should be inspired throughout all of your experiences. And if there's any message that I want to convey with this channel and the content that gets produced, it's to remind people, and by being here to remind myself as well, that life gives us these opportunities to be inspired. It gives us this opportunity to be captivated in a moment, to be excited, to be transported to a different world, to be encouraged by the things that we see and are a part of. And maybe it's a trip to a place you've never been before, to go on a vacation. Maybe it's logging into a game you've never played before and seeing a whole world laid out that you haven't ever explored yet. And I know I've had these special experiences in gaming where I get excited about a title and I start playing it, and there's those moments which are just amazing. You load in, you see this new world, it's all fresh, it's new, it's exciting, and you think, my goodness, this is just so amazing. The music is amazing. The world design is amazing. The characters are amazing. Everything about this experience is just incredible, and you can't replicate it. Eventually you get used to the title. It stops being a new novel thing, and that freshness, that amazing wonder, it wears away, and it kind of stops being a thing to a point. You still love it, you still like it, it's still a part of your experience positively, but it's also not the same as it is that first moment when you log in for the first time, or you go see that new place for the first time, or you go on some first date or first day on the job or whatever it might be, right? Like, life is just filled with these first experiences, and those are special because long after the experience we have becomes normalized, it becomes something we're a bit desensitized to, and we're not really super into it like we were at the very beginning, we still have this memory of something that was incredible. And we take that with us, and it is a positive flavor that makes everything else in life better. Life should be filled with positive memories. Time spent doing things that make you feel encouraged, impressed, things that give you a sense of wonder. That should be our lives. And then we should hang on to those moments, because there's going to be times that are dry in between. We all have those. You get up in the morning, you go to work, it's not really anything glamorous. Maybe it's even a game you play. You play the game every day, you play it all the time. It's not really as exciting as it was the first time. But you love it because you remember the first time. You remember what it was, and it always continues to be that in your memory. It's that amazing intro song that sent goosebumps down the back of your spine the first time you heard it, because it was just so well orchestrated. And you're not going to be as excited to feel about it when you are listening for the 200th time, right? But that's okay, because when you're listening to it for the 200th time, you still remember how you felt the first time. And that's what it's really all about. It's filling our lives with things that bring us joy, so that when we have to make our way through the parts of life that aren't, we have the staying power to be able to make it through and be okay. It's memories that give us a way to take time and store it up so that we can go back to it. I saw something I really liked recently that said photographs are a ticket that allows you to travel to the past. And that's really true. It's why we take pictures. It's why we preserve memories. It's why we honor people that are maybe not in our life anymore, but they were in our life. And as long as we remember them, they always will be in our life. It's why there's computer games that I loved from the 90s that are simple and now long ago obsolete, but I still remember them. I still have old titles that I keep on a shelf, and I don't play them every day. That's not what it's all about, because I had my time to enjoy them. Now I just enjoy remembering them, and I enjoy letting them be a conversation piece to talk about to other people and rekindle the nostalgia and say, my goodness, wasn't that an amazing experience back then? Your life's not complete unless you take time to fill it with positive memories. And the message that we want to convey with this channel and the little videos is that life is filled with loveliness. And we should buy that and never count the cost. We should always be focused on things that inspire us, and that should be the content that we consume, whether it's our entertainment, our hobbies, our pastimes, our relationships, our vocations. Life should be an amazing carnival ride that is celebrated from beginning to end. And it should be something that's dedicated to abundance and gain instead of tragedy and loss. We are far too preoccupied in life with things that are far too negative, and then we have unrealistic expectations of what we expect life is supposed to give us. Because I think we do have this idea that life's supposed to be a non-stop thrill ride from beginning to end, and you're supposed to just get to this point where everything's perfect all the time and life is just incredible. And then we get disappointed when we realize that life is filled with a lot of dry spells and things that aren't perfect. Then we feel like that's something wrong, and it's not really. It's kind of like how there's a time to plant and a time to reap the harvest, and there's times when you don't have a very good harvest, and that's okay because you save up your harvests. You make hay while the sun shines, and then you're okay when you go through a dry spell. You're okay when you don't feel it. You're okay when you have lean times because you've been preparing when times were good. And that's going to be really, really true when we get to the end of our lives. You live your life being negative, being self-centered, being cruel to people in your heart, having no sense of fun, no sense of adventure, making everything about keeping up with the Joneses and proving that you're better than your brother, all that kind of petty stuff, you get to the end of your life, you don't have any wellspring of joyful memories to fall back on. That's not a good place to be. And I've known them. I've known bitter people who are frustrated in their old age, at the end of their life, just mad at the world, still blaming other people for their unhappiness, always talking about what trouble somebody else is causing them, and really it has nothing to do with anybody else. It has everything to do with the fact that if you plant seeds of joy, you will reap a harvest of abundance, and if you plant seeds of bitterness, then eventually that's all you will have left. So be lighthearted, enjoy your life, enjoy your adventure, and find those things, special things that just give you a sense of excitement and wonder, and hang on to those things. Remember those things and always honor them. Even if you move on through life and different things come along down the pike, maybe your life changes, but always hang on to those amazing memories and let your life be a memorial to those things, so that no matter where the path takes you, you never have to face your journey alone. Till next time, thank you for watching.